Storybox Audio.
All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. It's been a while since we've been here to be able to be with you. My name is James Thompson. I'm one of the cast members here on the ENDZONE Sports Talk show. I have my whole team here with me today, so we're going to go into a whole lot of conversation. But first, before we do that, I'd like to start from the top and welcome in Jamil. Welcome back, Jamil. How you been, bro?
I'm doing well, man. Glad to be back here on the End Zone doing another show. Thanks for everybody that's in the this came to the channel to watch us. And so, yeah, man, I'm excited. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm just excited to have the whole crew here, man. It's been a while since we all been on here. Speaking of the whole crew, let's bring in Easy Does It. Easy, how you doing today, bro?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm glad to finally be on here with everybody, man. So I'm excited too, ready to talk some sports, have some fun.
Yeah. Great to have you back, bro. Right. Great to have you back. Reggie, my main man. How you doing, man?
You know I'm ready, baby. I'm ready.
You ready?
Hey,
You stay ready. You stay
Hey, if
ready.
you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
No, sir. Not with Reg. And then last but not least, we got my main man EP in the building.
What's going on?
How you doing, bro?
Man, good, man. Can't call it.
So as we know, in the sports industry right now, what's going on? We got a lot of football free agency, which we'll talk about here shortly. But I think we're going to start the show off with March Madness. We're in March, and there's really madness going on right now.
So
Uh,
when you get through, remember to
with
take
the
them off.
tournament going on. You got a lot of things happening around the league. Players getting ready for the NBA draft. And so let's start our conversation off today with your thoughts on how you feel the tournament is going. Um, and then we're going to talk a little bit about some Cinderella teams, some teams that made the tournament that don't normally make the tournament, and start off that way. So, Jamil, let's start with you. Talk to me about how you feel about this time of year with March Madness, just what the whole hype means to you going into this time of year.
Man, my bracket is busted already, man. I had Kentucky going to winning the whole tournament. Yeah. I was in the pool, man. I just like, yo, man, let me send you my money now. I'm not even looking at the bracket no more. You know what I mean? Just put the app away, man. And it's a fun time. My wife don't appreciate it. She's like, it seems like I've been looking at basketball all day. Like she's like, I'm tired of this basketball. So, you know what I mean? It's a good time just to have something on in the background. You know, if you're especially not just all tuned into a Pacific game. I do watch some Pacific games, like for instance today, I'm gonna check out that JMU against Duke game. And so just Pacific games I definitely watch probably from beginning to end, being a sports enthusiast I am and basketball guy. So yeah, man, it's a exciting time. And then we got baseball coming out right around the corner. So yeah, exciting time.
Yeah.
Sports in general.
Right around the corner. Matter of fact, opening day is what, next week, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yep.
Okay. So let me ask you this, Jamil, before I let you go. Talk to me about Cinderella teams, sleeper teams that made it to the big dance, as you would. For instance, last year, I think FAU made it to the Final Four, but they were a team that we really don't hear about. So talk to me about Cinderella teams and your thoughts of teams, and if you have a favorite that made it to the tournament this year.
Yeah, I would definitely say JMU is my favorite that I'm rooting for. I actually had them going to the Sweet 16. And then I think the Cinderellas is the reason why we all tune into the March Madness. We want to see the underdog beat these we call them the blue teams, Kentucky, Duke, Kansas. We want to see those teams beat we want to see the Cinderella teams beat those type of teams. And that's what I think keeps us glued in. And then I think with nowadays, a lot of the Cinderella may be going away just because I think if you have good guard play and good shooting, you can stay in the game in college. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Cinderellas.
All right, great. So you going with JMU? Well, hopefully,
Yeah,
we'll see what happens. They play today, correct?
yes, we played Duke today.
Okay. Well, good luck with that. Easy. Talk to me about
Mhm.
March Madness. What does it mean to you? How you feel about this time of year?
Honestly, I'm just now really starting to, kind of get the feel of it, man. It's I've been watching it the last couple of years. I'm with Jamel. I was actually thinking the same thing about Kentucky. That's who I've known to to be a contender. So I was surprised, but hey, I don't really have much to say on that one because I'm kind of just now, becoming a
Okay.
fan of it. But I am excited every year for it. I just this year right here, I'm kind of digging in a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Do you have a team that you're excited about that's in the tournament this year that never made it, or a hometown favorite or something like that?
Well, it's the females, JSU. But I don't know where they are right now. I don't know if they lost or not. Reggie,
I think they got.
have you watched any of that?
I think they
Did
got
they lose?
bumped out.
They got blew out by
They
Utah.
got hit.
Yeah. So that's why I say that's gonna be my home. I'm gonna have to go with JSU, man. They were there. They were
They,
there,
They
man. So
oh,
Well, this a
they study
thing.
they
yeah, they
study
were
it for
there.
their finals, dog.
Yeah, they were there, man. They were
They
there.
basketball season over.
Hey, look.
That's why easy. That's why E said, "I don't know what's going on
Yeah,
with."
man. Yeah, man.
It's man. All right.
Yeah, man.
But there's a
To the
thing. There's a
to
thing
the
that
left.
Jamel said. At least they made it. They made it.
Yeah.
And that was a big thing. And I think when we talk about Cinderellas and we talk about what this does, it really helps the schools with recruiting. It helps these kids that haven't been on that stage, that made it to that stage, actually know that what they're playing for in school now means something. So big shout out to Jackson State women for making it that far. All
Yeah.
right, Reg,
I
talk to
study.
us.
I study for them finals.
Yeah. Talk to us
Yeah,
about your
yeah.
thoughts on March Madness and what this means to you this time of year.
well, I think it's the best. I mean, I like college football, I like the NBA, but I think this tournament right here, it pulls out that the underdog can beat the ones on top, the big uh, five conferences, and especially with basketball, like Mayo said, it's about the shooting, the guard play, the momentum. You get on the road, and hey, hey, you get that motivation. Hey, you can pull it out. And the guys come out flat sometimes. They think, well, hey, hey, I'm not ready, and that underdog sleeps on them. And it's good for guys to be on TV that never be on TV.
Hmm.
Now I'm with Jamel on James Madison. I think they're gonna beat Duke today. I really do think they're gonna. I think they're gonna be that sleeper that get to the Sweet 16. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, hey, I've been watching and enjoying it, the males and the female. On the female side, I'm they've been talking about the girl Kaylin Clark.
She,
Look,
she,
You know what I'm saying? But I'm waiting for her to run into LSU or South Carolina again and get spanked. You know,
yeah, yeah,
I'm waiting on that.
yeah. What about the heavyset girl that put up? Did she put up like 40?
Adi,
Heavy, yeah. What about her?
Yeah,
Who?
she's nice.
Adi, her name Adi. She look Adi
Oh,
one, but she
I
put
think she
just
goes.
she put up 40.
I think she goes to
oh,
Iowa State.
yes, yeah. She's nice. She's nice, but she ain't got the team. South Carolina, hey,
Mhm.
peace.
That's big baby daughter.
Yeah.
This big baby daughter, for real? Or
That's
you
big
just
baby.
playing?
Nah, I'm playing, man.
Okay. You had
You heavy
everybody
for a minute.
on silent, like
I'm like, wait a minute.
Nah,
wow,
what I mean,
wow.
she
She
got
built like
that.
Big Baby. Yeah,
She got that wide. Yeah, that wide.
yeah,
She's wide body. She get down the
yeah,
post and
yeah. You
seal
probably
that
can't mess with
defender.
her down there. You
It's a
can't mess
wrap.
with her
Yeah,
down
it's a
there.
wrap.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what's up. Okay. And so talk to us, EP. How you feel about March Madness this time of year?
Man, March Madness, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Sweet 16 watcher. when they start to get late. But I do tend to tune in pretty often every year. Sleeper that I'm wanting to do something is obviously Houston, because they always get so close and always, they build themselves up so well over the past couple of years. They're so good. And, I want to at least see them get to the Final Four and win it all. So that's why I'm going for Houston. And Baylor's pretty good as well. But I'm with Reggie. I don't think Duke's going to lose tonight, but their loss is coming here pretty soon, I feel like.
Okay.
So Duke not gonna make it.
Yeah, I don't think Duke gonna make it. As far as in the women, you talking about Caitlin? Don't you ever disrespect Caitlin Clark? That's a bad.
Oh,
Don't you ever disrespect her. I'm gonna say this. They should be more afraid of South Carolina than they are LSU. LSU haven't been playing that well this year, so I'll go South Carolina over there for sure. If not, Caitlin Clark can give us a wow factor.
So you picking out.
I'm picking South Carolina for the win at all.
Okay. I just
but
I was gonna write that down. You pick out.
No, you can't write this down.
Write
it down. We can go Iowa over LSU though.
What?
We can go Iowa over LSU.
Iowa over it.
Yeah, I'll take that.
LSU fractured, man.
Frauds.
Hey Reggie, write that down.
Write that down.
He got Iowa. He got Iowa over LSU. Mm-hmm. Are they due to meet? Or are the brackets lined up like that?
I'm not sure. I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
they are.
They can meet. They can meet, and I believe in the Elite Eight to go to the Final Four.
Okay. Mm-hmm. See, that's another good thing. Those are good reasons why we talk about March Madness. For me, something Reggie was getting ready to get into when we talked about football and things like that. With March Madness, these guys are on the stage trying to make it to the NBA. So my thought is they're going to play their hearts out. They played all season to get to this point, which is the championship trophy. I think they cherish this more than their own league trophy, winning their conference, so to speak. And then that's with the Cinderellas. I mentioned FAU last year. My favorite Cinderella this year was Grambling. Grambling State had never even won the SWAT. Grambling State won the SWAT to get to the big tournament, and then they did well. They did pretty good against Purdue. It was hard to handle the big man, though. It was really nothing that you could do. I see a lot of teams getting ready to struggle that way as well. But big shout out to Grambling for even making it, like we talked about Jackson State girls. But for them to make it, never have been there before, I think it shows a lot of heart for those young men out in Louisiana that are putting in work to support their school. So big shout out to Grambling State.
Hey, y'all seen that that one center from NC State? Kind of remind me of Zebo.
Yeah.
Yes. I watched a little bit of them last.
His name is leaving me. Yeah, big dude can move, man.
So when I talked about thoughts on the tournament, do y'all feel like this is sort of the same way, the stage where the scouts and everybody are looking at these guys pre-draft?
Well, I've been through the process with my son, so they look at them, they see a guys, but scouts are out there every day, man. They all different games, they year round, man. But on the big stage, when the TV and the media is there, that's what, like, people that don't watch basketball, they get to see these guys. The scouts already know about these guys.
Yeah.
It's just people that never say, well, damn, where's Oakland at? Not in Oakland, California. That Oakland is in Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that. Where's James Madison at? They get to look at where these guys are at. You know what I'm saying? But the scouts, they year round.
I had a feeling that Oakland wasn't out of California. I was like, there's a lot of this to be I said, there ain't no black people on this team. I said, what the world going on? I did. I said, Oh, Oakland, okay. I said, okay. Okay. Well, that makes more sense now.
Okay.
Get you giving out the facts. I ain't know that either.
Yeah. Thanks for that. Because I sure thought I was like, okay, that's Oakland. Oakland,
I ain't know that.
I'm not gonna act like that didn't cross my mind either.
Of course.
Yeah.
But
Okay, get that out for me.
this is
So
the
that's
thing
Oakland,
about
Wisconsin.
yeah.
Hell, is it
Crazy.
Wisconsin?
That
But
clears it up.
this is a good point. This is a good
Uh-huh.
point to look at also. Something that you guys were just talking about. How teams that we never get to see them during the regular season. Now we're watching them in the tournament. And if they go further, that's even a better look because these schools don't even play each other during the regular year either.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
some schools might just be all SEC or whatnot. Now you meeting up with a school you would never play,
Yeah.
you know, and it's not about Kentucky. Obviously, we're gonna pick on Kentucky today. It's not about you being the ones that's always going to the tournament. You can get
Mhm.
sent home. That's
Mhm.
what Reggie was saying earlier. You can get sent home. You come in there not ready, you know. And
Mhm.
these teams now are getting blown out by 20, 30 points. It's no close games. I did watch a little bit of the game last night with Oregon. Anybody see that?
Yeah.
Oregon went in double overtime with Craigington.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
heard about that. I
Great.
didn't
Man,
I didn't
man,
really
great
watch the
game,
game.
man. Great game. And I think these kids just really go all out to show their talents and their skills at trying to make it to the next step and make it to the next league. And
Mhm.
so
Creighton's kind of
say that
sorry to cut
again.
you off, man. I was about to say Creighton's kind of they're one of those mid majors that they're no longer a mid major, kind of like Gonzaga, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
where you have these small schools that are consistently getting to the Sweet 16.
Mhm.
That we gotta at each year you're gonna have to start accounting for them to make long runs in the tournament because even though they may not get the pub like your Duke and the blue guys in Michigan but these mid majors they play as a team and they're keeping their guys 3-4 years
Mhm.
where they may be better as a team than the individuals that some of
Couple,
these one and done schools are getting.
couple of great points, and you brought me into one of the next topics of the segment about the transfer portal. But I think that the fact that when the school that makes it, say Grambling or say JMU, they make it, they have an opportunity to make it back again if they keep the same team, sort of
Mhm.
like FAU did last year,
Mhm.
if they're able to. But what's so difficult is now the transfer portal opens and the kids leave. Let's say the coach leave. The kids that decided they went to the school because of the coach now
Mhm.
are leaving, or they knew they wanted to play with other players, and that's why they went to that school. And people start
Mhm.
transferring out, so there is no loyalty to me. And I may be getting a little bit ahead when you talked about all in, but that's why
Mhm.
it's so hard to be all in, even on the college level. You know, things are totally different nowadays.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts about that, EP? About kids knowing if they make it to the tournament, not only does it bring some good notoriety to the school, but it also helps with recruiting. But it also lets them know that they can make it again and go back.
Yeah, I
How are
think
your
we talked.
thoughts?
Yeah, I think we had talked a little bit about this last time with um um Nick Saban had left. The kids. Nowadays it's more about the person controlling the narrative. Now not kids, but the period the players get to control the narrative with that. Depending on how good they are, which at some rate you gotta go along with the process. I feel like you know you got to know your worth if you are good enough now, if you can back it up. So I don't have an issue with it, but it's gonna be a little change, which it's gonna take some getting used to.
Yeah, yeah, and I agree, and it's happening in all sports. I know that when we were just talking about Jackson State, it made me think of Dion and his sons, and I didn't realize. I don't think I knew that Dion had 5 kids, but one of his sons
Mhm.
wanted to stay in the background, and how we were talking about the transfer portal. I thought they did great when they were at Jackson State. You know, I went actually went up to a game and checked them out. I thought both of them, really are great athletes. But now you transfer over to Colorado, and then what happens if you transfer something else? To me, there's really no loyalty for the school. Um,
Mhm.
just my opinion as far as players. All of us
Yeah.
growing up, we never known of a player to go to another school, really not even come out early.
Mhm.
Most of them would stay 3 or 4 years. Rarely would you see somebody come out early, a college to go into the NFL or the NBA. So things are
Yeah.
totally different. The money has changed the game
Yeah.
totally to me. So
Well,
this just
can
gives
can
us
I
the
ask can I
opportunity to
ask
look at some
something
sports.
with that,
Absolutely.
James? So what I would probably add to that is what you see now is a little bit of difference from um, back in the day where the school had the advantage, right? So you saw a lot more schools, that even though um, everybody knew it and it wasn't publicized, they was controlling kids by using money under the table.
Say that.
Yeah, and so I think that was the bigger issue. Think about how many players that could have went to the could have went to the NBA. They're playing their butt off, right, in college, right, and it's one season injury. Not only do they not have any compensation, if their grades ain't there, they gone. You
You don't.
lose your scholarship, you lose all kind of stuff. I think coaches like Nick Saban and other people that didn't like it, I think they hate the fact that they don't have that control factor no more.
Mhm.
And these kids can say, hey, look, I'm gonna use this NIL. I'm gonna use this to what's gonna benefit me because truth be told, I don't have to make it to the NFL now. I can really get enough endorsements in college if I market myself right, and uh, and still be able to put myself in a position to where I can take care of my family if I don't get drafted. And so I think the players are seeing it from a different angle now. And since they're seeing it, you're gonna get everything that comes with it. You're gonna get your managers. They want to come in and manage them, and they're gonna be giving them more advice on how much power that they have. Now that they can versus before, a lot of players really didn't know what kind of leverage they can use. So, in my opinion, I think it's a good thing. I think the college as a whole doesn't like to give up any. They don't like to concede power, and I think that's what you're starting to see a lot.
Mhm.
I, to be honest with you, I agree. As far as the control part, as far as the players being able to get a little bit of leverage, but this is something that Reggie talked about a couple of weeks ago about loving the sport and loving the game. See, money has taken the fun and the love out of the game, and it's changed the way players have that eye for wanting to play. And I get it. We have to keep up with the times. We have to keep up with looking at these contracts and how they're structured. I think we talked about guaranteed money. A lot of players want that guaranteed money. But my thoughts were, and again, it's nothing against the players being able to receive their due. It's
Mm-hmm.
more, you got a player that signed a $200 million contract,
Mm-hmm.
ain't even made it to the championship. He ain't even won the conference championship yet. So is he really hungry, or is he signing to make contracts? Or is he really wanting to get to the Super Bowl? Is he really wanting to get that NCAA tournament trophy, or
Mm-hmm.
make it to the NBA? These players, the money has changed the side of the coin that puts
Yeah.
your heart into the game. You're
Yeah.
only going to be with that team for 1 year. You're
Well,
not
look at
loyal
it
to
this
that
way.
team.
Look at it this way. Gil. I can't even pronounce his name. Agent Zero.
Give it
You
a
know what I'm
read.
talking about? Give it a
Real
Ridley.
arena.
Yeah. He brought up a point a while back about players having heart and love for the game, and they versus the money. And one of the questions that he brought up, he said, "Hey man, would you take $1 million, or this championship ring?" And you had one guy who was saying, "Hey, I take the ring." Well, we seeing a lot of people now that's having to pawn them rings. They having
Yeah.
to pawn those championship rings. You know, so they love the sport, right? Don't get me wrong, but so what we have to look at it is that this is a business. That's what they're gonna tell you. The teams, we've seen players give their all to a team. Look at Isaiah Thomas. Look at him. Man, he laid it all out on the line, right? And when it came down to where they should have really took care of him, it was a business, right? So I think players have seen this, right? They love the game, but they starting to see like, man, these teams don't really care about me like that. Like they care about me as long as I'm performing and I'm able to provide a service. They understand like, hey, I'm a billboard, right? That Lakers on my back. That's advertising. The Gatorade sign, all this stuff is advertising. I think players are starting to see like, hey, man, I'm the product. Like let me market myself and treat myself like a business just as much as they are, because the moment that I'm not benefiting that organization, whether it's basketball or football, they're gonna say, hey, I'm sorry, I love you, but business is business.
That's a
well
really
said.
good point. That's
Well
well
said.
said. And I think really, really great point. Times is just different. Back in the day when you said would a player really want the championship ring, it wasn't a lot of money in the game in the early 80s, early 90s
For the
until
players.
some of these guys, for the players, exactly.
Yeah.
So when I grew up, I really wasn't thinking about being rich. I always just wanted to have that uniform. I would sit on the
Yeah.
bench with a uniform. That's how much I love the game and the team. So, thoughts on how these players, and I get it. You started out in the early 90s where the money wasn't there, the contracts. Look at all the players that are looking at these new players that are making hundreds of millions where they were only making $3 and $4 million on their contract.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hall of Fame players with heart,
Yeah.
So you got other players, and I'll wait till our football segment about that. But you got players that's just not, and that's basketball as well. You got players that's getting good contracts, but I don't know, could they be a
Yeah.
franchise player making that much money?
Does
And that
anybody know what Michael Jordan was getting paid back then on this?
His,
Anybody
his,
know what he was getting paid?
his biggest contract was when he got that $25 million contract. That
But
was,
say about
Wow.
30 million a year.
Yep,
Wow. So
yep,
25
that's the
million was
biggest
a lot back
contract he
then.
ever got.
yep.
Wow.
And
Wow.
if that's a good point, E. And if you watch watch his movie, you'll learn about business. His mom did a great job as his agent with business, with helping him
Okay.
be the billionaire that he is today.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
Oh, you got to watch that. That is exactly what Eric is talking about now.
It's
With
the last dance, Eric.
players, no, not that
No,
one. It's
he
the
had a
documentary.
actual movie.
He got a
Oh, okay.
documentary called Air Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch that Michael Jordan movie. I almost said Michael Jackson. That Michael Jordan movie. Let's move on to another topic real quick. You guys were talking about the women in sports, and I want to pose a question. We witnessed not that long ago a young lady breaking the all-time record. Matter of fact, she broke the woman's single. She broke the woman's title, but then she turned around and broke the Division 1 title, which is men's and women's uh, scoring. Your thoughts on that? And I'll start going backwards. I'll start with Reggie. Your thoughts on her accomplishments and how what that does for her and the league.
Well, great accomplishments, all like that, but I still have to go back and say, well, I look at all the star basketball, female basketball stars that was in the game that I've seen. And I hate to go this way, but I am. Yeah, you had Cheryl Miller, Cheryl Poole, all these other stars, but they still want to make a great white hope.
Yeah.
Bottom line up front. Whenever they got to have it. South Carolina is 34-0. They won today. We highlight her over here. They got posters of her They ain't highlight Don Staley. They ain't highlighting them girls. To me, people don't look at stuff. I look at stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess because how I grew up in Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah.
In the South. To me, South Carolina's story is way bigger. Now, when UConn was 34-0, all you seen was UConn.
Yeah.
Gino. What they doing for Don Staley? See, y'all look at that.
Yeah.
EP talking about Caleb Clark. I want her lunch ate.
It ain't helping now.
They always putting her up here.
Mm-hmm.
She's not gonna win no championship. She's not a championship team. She can shoot all she wants. When she get in the WNBA, she will be a scorer, but she will not be all that in a bag of chips.
That's funny that you say that, and it goes back to
the game. The game is at different levels. The game is at different levels. College, she can do this. NBA players are not gonna let her do that.
But
she can't lead a team. You don't think she can lead a team?
You don't think she's gonna lead a team?
No.
You really gotta think this college still. Just because she's playing on a less superior team than everybody else that got their things together. Don't discredit what she's done, what she's able to do.
I gave her a prop.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, what is the biggest stage? Her individual achievement or South Carolina undefeated?
Oh yeah, I'm with you on that.
That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You got to look at where they putting the spotlight at. Look at where the media put the spotlight at.
Mm-hmm.
I understand you on that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. She's not gonna. She's not gonna. I tell you this. She will score in the WNBA. Do you think she's gonna? Do you think she's gonna be better than a Diana Taurasi in the NBA? WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking you.
Good.
Yeah.
Man.
Who you asking, Reggie?
Everybody on the panel.
Give her a couple years. Yeah, if you give her the same game strength, the same strength that you gave Taurasi, yes, give her two or 3 years.
Taurasi came in and took what she wants. She took it. Ain't nobody giving you nothing, P.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody giving.
You know what? But you know what?
Michael Jordan the Bulls.
Boom. Let's break this down. Who making the most NIL money over there in women's college basketball?
Who what?
Who's making the most NIL money in women's college basketball?
She is, because they put on.
No. I think it's Andrew Reese.
She passed Reese. Do your homework. She passed Reese.
She passed her?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm about to say, what do you think she's gonna do? What do you think she's gonna do in the WNBA?
Angel Reese. She's gonna be a decent player. She's gonna be a decent player.
Let me pose this question: do you feel like now that she's making NIL money and she gets to the WNBA, her season doesn't pan out, she's satisfied with just making the money? That's something we just talked about. Does she have the heart to go in there and take it? What you just said.
I see that. I see that already from her.
You see
I
that,
see that already from her. I see that already from her while she's in college.
While she's in college?
I see that already from her. I think her game took a regress this season. She doesn't move on the court the way she does, like she did last year. To me, she's gifted. She's a gifted ball player. She rebounds. She hustles. She plays defense, and I think that's going to be her strength in the NBA. If you're expecting her to be Aja Wilson in the league, you're going to be mistaken. She's not that player. She's going to be a good defender. She's going to be a hustler, and that's it. And then she's going to continue to get endorsement deals because of her looks. But other than that, I don't see Andrew Reese doing much in the league.
Now, I'll tell you what I think may happen, and this is probably why they're putting the spotlight on Caitlin Clark more, because right now the women are getting a lot more attention. A lot more people are watching women, basketball now. And so my thought process is just how Bird and Magic saved the NBA. I think they're kind of looking at something similar like that with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. I think they're kind of following. They're kind of going to follow that and hope that people follow them into the WNBA. um, which will actually ultimately help everybody. You know, that's what I'm thinking. In regards to that, I could be wrong, but to Reggie's point, outside of everything else, I think there's a lot of spotlight on Caitlin Clark that's undue when you consider everything else, you know, around.
I
That
got
you
a
I
mentioned,
good
think what
point.
Reggie's, I
that's a
think what
that's a good
Reggie's
point.
saying is, I think he's saying is, if you're going to highlight Caitlin, and make sure you also highlight South Carolina. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a race thing, and that's what he's
Man,
saying. But he's basically saying, hey, we understand how good Caitlin Clark is, and she's due the spotlight. However,
Mm-hmm.
you got an undefeated team over here that you're not giving the same spotlight to.
yeah.
I think
LSU
that's
gets
what he's saying.
highlighted. LSU gets over highlighted as well. That's why I brought them up. Though. That's you don't feel like they get more attention than they need to be after they lost that conference championship. That should have been it right there. Like enough of that. We're still hearing about them. They're still in it, obviously, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Well,
they get over. You know,
So,
I mean,
fellas,
they
let
got
me
the
ask you.
stars.
defending champions.
Let me ask you guys this question. You guys heard of Pearl Monroe? It's funny that we talking about South Carolina and we talking about women's sport. Um, you guys heard of Pearl Monroe?
Yeah, I heard of
From my
Mm-hmm.
understanding, Pearl Monroe is the all-time leading scorer in women's college basketball. She's finally getting her due. I think she got inducted into the Hall of Fame. I want to say 2021.
Mm-hmm.
But it says here she scored
Yeah.
4,061 points.
Yeah.
Um, she's from South Carolina, and she also, from my understanding, they weren't tracking
Oh,
scoring back then. This was back in '78 when she played. She actually played from 1976 through 1979, and I don't think they started tracking women's scoring until '81.
yeah.
Is my
Correct.
understanding.
Correct.
So, what do you guys think about someone like this? This is a woman that we all are familiar with, and
Mm-hmm.
also um, has been noted as the all-time leading scorer, but she didn't get the notoriety that Caitlin Clark did. She should have even been mentioned. You know, now that they made it known, I think that she should get a lot more notoriety than what she's been getting. What do you guys think
I
about
agree.
that?
I agree. I agree that she should. Even because I guess because the conferences or whatever are split, which is the reason why they're using it. But even if you're looking at all time score, you still have to consider, you know, that even if it's mentioned like, hey, you know, you got another score because I think she's only off by like 500 points. As far as from her. So, but I was disappointed when I found out about it. But I'm not surprised actually, because and I don't know if you know this or not, James. But there was and Reggie may know because he's a student of the game. But there was actually another black
Yeah.
lady from Mississippi. She was the only woman that was ever offered a NBA contract.
Yes.
I heard about that. I did
Yeah,
hear about that.
and
But
she was a
and it's
beast.
yeah, it's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate that they don't get their props. And I guarantee you, all five of us know somebody that didn't make it to the NBA that could probably, or the NFL or whatever sport, one of the hometown guys or whatever, that park heroes that
Hmm.
knows they could have made it and didn't get a chance to get an opportunity to get that notoriety. Um, but uh, your point about Pearl getting her stats. Also, there was no 3-point line.
Yeah.
That put a whole different twist when I read the story. She didn't
Hmm.
have a 3-point line to score her all-time points. So salute. The game is a little bit different. That's a baller right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Them buckets.
Mhm.
Them real buckets.
Them real buckets. Them
Yeah.
real. So let's talk
Yeah.
about. Let's lead into a little bit of football. We haven't talked about football lately. What I'd like to do is bring in Jamel to lead us down that football path and get us started.
Yeah. So definitely, we had a lot of news happening with free agencies, guys. Different teams signing players. Seemed like every other team but our Cowboys was signing players. And we're gonna start with, the highlighted signings. You had people like Kirk Cousins. He signed a $180 million contract with Atlanta. Give me your thoughts on, a guy that's coming off a major injury. I think he had I think it was ACL. I can't remember exactly. But he's getting a $180 million deal with a new team. Give me your thoughts around that. And I throw it back to you, James. Any thoughts about Kirk Cousins getting another large, massive contract?
Yep.
Man,
I think it's garbage to the league. I think that is disappointing. Nothing against Kirk Cousins, but you got guys that Kirk Cousins has he won a Super Bowl?
nope.
He won the conference championship. He
I don't
been
think he
he
won
been
that.
he NFL, AFC. He been player of the year. He been comeback player. This player has not proven that he's worth 180 million. How did you
His
give him
agent,
180
is
million?
the MVP. His agent is the comeback.
Is the
Amazing.
His agent.
That's exactly what we've been talking about. This
His
players
agent,
is
MVP.
getting this money. He ain't even won a conference championship. How
God,
do you get all? How do you expect a team to be all in for that? Now imagine everybody else that's on that team, some of the quarterbacks in the league that know that they better than Kirk Cousins. That Kirk Cousins got that much money. How that changed the game.
Yeah, it's
So
gonna be interesting to see.
my thoughts are that doesn't make sense, man. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I want players to get money, but I think it should be deserved, man. These players
Yeah. Well, so
that
he got
deserve it should get it.
franchised a couple of times, really, where he got, this, I think that's really where it was, he got franchised. So he really had the perfect situation. A lot of people say
Well,
the franchise
you bet on himself.
tag, the franchise tag wasn't so bad after they started seeing, how it worked out from him. That's actually who they refer to when they started talking about the franchise tag. Because
Yeah.
Dak, it benefited, it benefited Dak, same way. But yeah, I mean, at this point, he made more than Brady.
Yep.
Yeah, he made
Look how many championships
300
to the other ones.
330 some thousand, I want to say.
Crazy.
That he done made overall.
And then you got Russell Wilson. He he went to he got released by the Broncos. Some say he had a decent season and he got released with the Broncos still owing him close to $80 million still in the deal, I believe. Or even more than that.
38 mil this year.
38
mil this year that they're going to pay him to go away. And so, Reggie,
boy,
I'm gonna give it to you, Reggie. Give us your take on what that on the business side of the Broncos and what they did, and do you think the Steelers gained anything by getting Russell Wilson in their locker room?
Well, they gonna try. If you ain't paying them but $1.2 million, I mean that's pennies to them. So, but me, people tell me Russ got an unfair deal. Man, you're a damn NFL quarterback, man. You and your teammates at Seattle roasted. They couldn't even come. They couldn't even talk to you, have your number. They got to call somebody else to call you. Russ, you get what you get, man. Play some football, man. Stop hanging out with Sierra at the concert. And throw some damn touch. I'm just saying, man. I hope Mike. I like Russ, but that outside stuff I don't care for. Yeah. I hope he can recover and be a top 15 guy in the NFL.
Yeah.
I hope
Peyton told him to stop kissing babies. Stop kissing babies. I said, God, no, man. They tired of They try to
It's
Russell, man.
almost
When you tell them stop kissing babies, man, that's a bad problem. You got
Hey,
four,
hey,
no, you can't.
but what do you think about Jamel, the situation that they have in Pittsburgh with Justin Fields coming over and being a backup? Because I know they're gonna predict Russell being the starter. Now you bringing another starter from a team that had some potential, but now he's gonna be a backup for Russell. What kind of
yeah.
prediction is that? And the
I
money
hope
that we talking.
I hope it raised Russell's game because he has that. He
Yeah.
knows that somebody's behind him. Not saying may take his
Mhm.
job, but just the camaraderie. You got a young fella that you can kind of groom and just kind of get
Mhm.
things going. I see Russell doing some good things with the Steelers, man.
Steelers making some.
You know,
Steelers making some moves. They making some moves.
That division is tough.
Reggie don't see anything.
That division is tough.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. That's a good point, EP.
They're cooked. They're cooked. I'm with Reggie on this. And I'm not trusting Russell. Smartest thing they did was going to grab Justin Fields. They might as well. I don't know why they would have got Russell. Now they talking about Russell gonna start. He gonna start, which he might for the first couple of games. But I just wait for that shit to say. They can cut Russell right now and it won't make a difference.
Man.
Exactly. We're paying him $1 million from the team.
Exactly.
But why do you think they did that move? What was that for?
I think they got desperate, not
to develop
not having
Justin
quarterback
Fields.
yet. Yeah. That Justin Fields move, I think that happened was last minute. I think that was just like, let's go get him.
Yeah. It made sense.
Well, they had to do something before somebody else get him.
Exactly.
Because if they do the right thing, Justin Fields could be a franchise player for that team.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think he'll be
way over Russell.
Yeah.
Way over Russell. But then that brings us to, we talk about these money with the bags. What happened to my man that left the 49ers? Trey. And they were supposed to
Chase Young.
Yeah. No. Our quarterback.
Trey Lance?
Trey Lance.
He
He's still there.
He with us.
Yeah.
You say they didn't have to pay him.
Yeah, they don't have to pay him for now.
No, I'm just saying the way that they do quarterbacks. I'm just saying how they shipped him out. They kept Purdy. They shipped him out.
Well, that got lucky, man. Y'all got lucky, man. The 49ers should not be where they're at. They went and got him. Mr. Irrelevant. He became an all-world quarterback.
He was drafted.
He was drafted, but he's Mr. Irrelevant, dog. So when have you seen a Mr. Irrelevant come in and lead their team to a conference championship, and then you can just release your third pick in the draft from 3 years ago? When does that happen, dog?
If the Cowboys wouldn't have been jocking on Dak so much, y'all could have been in that position. So you probably gonna have to change the subject if you're gonna get on my Niners, bro. Y'all just was in that position with the Cowboys. Yeah, with a Mr. Irrelevant. I don't know where he came from, but he was winning games for y'all, dog, and was following the script. Y'all bring Dak back, y'all didn't go far. So I don't know. You tell me. And he getting paid.
Different situation, man. You guys are lucky. You guys are lucky. Don't bring up Trey Lance. Don't bring up Trey Lance again in this pod.
We will bring up Trey Lance. Yes, we will. Yeah, we will. We will.
For what? For what? Bring him up what?
This is a crash out year. They said it's all in year. This is a crash out year. I feel like they putting all the chips in to see who's gonna crash out. So if Dak fails, Dak out of here.
Oh, that's the wrong kind of all in, man.
That's all in.
Ain't nobody all in, man.
We had a different all in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you now, ain't nobody all in if that player got $180 million contract, bro.
I mean,
was he even a Pro Bowl? Did he even make it to the Pro Bowl last year?
Who, Dak?
No,
he's talking about Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins. Did Kirk Cousins make it to the Pro Bowl?
He got hurt.
Yeah. He was playing pretty good though.
Was he gonna make it? Y'all think?
I mean, when they compare Kirk to Dak.
They on the same stratosphere, kind of.
Damn close.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them make a lot of money. Ain't done nothing.
That's true. That's true. Hey, so since we started talking about these boys, let's stay on the boys for just a few minutes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we was talking about the all-in. We brought in the all-in in regards to all-in and possibly this being their. When I say there, I'm talking about McCarthy and Dax. They on their last year on their contracts. What is now that we've seen the Cowboys not be inactive during the free agency period, the early free agency period? What does all in mean to you, EP? I heard you mentioned it. You saying that it's just gonna. But he's on left.
he all out. Okay,
Let's
He
look
done
at
left.
charge, man. I got to look
So,
at the charge,
so
man. We got about to
I'm
go.
gonna come to Eric because EP done left. So basically, EP is saying, "Yo," EP said, "Yo,
Look,
this is gonna be if Dak mess up, this is gonna be the final year for Dak." I kind of agree with him. What you think, Eric? You agreeing with that?
I don't think so. I think they're gonna hold on to Dak like they did Romo, man. I think they scared. They really scared to let him go, and not really have somebody that they know that can fill his position and they can be a better quarterback, right? And can take them over the hump. So I think they'll stick with that, and they'll try to keep moving pieces around him. And for me, I think he's good with where he at. Other than, I think we got to get some more. I think our problem in this game, we just don't have the dogs, man. We don't have no true leaders that can hope they can get the most potential out of the Cowboys right now. I think that's really it. Nobody. I think
So you blame the coaches?
I think it's coaching, man. I think they coddled that. I think they coddled him. And I think if the coaching was more intense as far as like, look, it's not this it. Like Jimmy Johnson shouldn't have had to come on live TV and do what some of the players on the sideline should have been doing, or Mike McCarthy. And I think that's the difference. I think they still riding the coattails of the '90s Cowboys, and I think once they start winning, they start feeling themselves. If I was coaching, the first thing that I would tell them is, hey man, Michael, you might get off social media. Ain't no social media. Ain't no talking. We've done enough talking. All the extra. And I think that's what Jimmy Johnson would have done. I think our focus has been too much on the shine of the Cowboys, more so than the grind. And I think once we get more of the grind and less of the shine, I think that can take us there, man. But I think it's the mentality and the coaching.
Would you think, Reggie? If Dak flame out this year, we go get Russell Wilson in the offseason?
Y'all can get Trey Lance.
Something better off with Trey Lance.
Yeah,
Trey Lance.
Before y'all can have the 49ers got him back. What do you think, Reggie?
Man, we see Russell Wilson in the Cowboy uniform, man.
Should we get Russell Wilson? If Dak flame out, should we go get Russell Wilson?
No. I think they probably need to get a quarterback, one of the quarterbacks through a draft pick or something like that. I just don't see no old veteran quarterback coming to the Cowboys. I just don't see it. And then you got to look at, okay, if Mike McCarthy's gone, who's going to be the coach? That's like Eric said, who's going to be a coach? Most coaches don't want to come there because Jerry got his hands in a lot of stuff. Who are you going to get to coach? Coach these guys. And right now, I'm looking at the Cowboys.
Belichick. Well, yeah.
All I see is a 12-5 team and all like that. That's all I see. The social media guys. I'm not more mad that it didn't get nothing on the off season, but I'm just mad how they finished, and that and nobody came out was mad at how they none of the players. You know what I'm saying? You say, well, hey man, that damn season, man, blah. It's just like they faded away. Then they're gonna come back in preseason and be, we're headed to the Super Bowl. They ain't going to damn Super Oh,
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
we ain't
Not
going that
not
way.
not with the
I
current
agree with you.
not with the current attitude.
no,
The,
you know
the
what I'm
current
saying?
attitude, it
I
ain't
agree
there,
with you.
man. It's
I don't know, but
the dog ain't there.
I, I wouldn't pay Dak. I wouldn't pay him.
Dak already paid. That's exactly what we've been talking about.
No,
Now
they
we
He's not paid yet, bitch. He's not extended just yet.
ain't gave him extension yet.
Reggie, let me
this
let me ask you something, because when you say you wouldn't pay Dak, would you not pay him just based off of his recent performance, right? And so my question is, because he hadn't been able to really get over the hump, who would you put in his position who out of all quarterbacks in the NFL, who could have been in his position and with the same conditions, right? Same exact team that you think would have been better?
y'all back up.
Oh, I can give you.
Y'all back up.
Outside of the Mahomes boy.
Outside of Mahomes,
All of
Yeah.
them.
Josh Allen.
Really? So in that case, that
uh,
means the quarterback is the quarterback would. So they're saying, like, if we say we can insert a quarterback in there that would have been the difference, then that tells us the problem. It ain't coaching; it's the quarterback.
It's coaching on that defensive side too. That defense side let it down too. I ain't blaming everything on Dak, but
Okay.
over the years, the past years, Dak is one of the major factors. He's one of the. It's the way they should have been in a conference championship already. It's no way.
Dak ain't the game changer, basically.
No, he's not a game changer.
That's what I got.
He's not a game changer.
I got you. That makes sense.
I believe that, and I'm gonna throw it to you, EP. After this, I believe some of the mentality and the attitude of the Cowboy players, and definitely some of their core players, is that they understand that Dak hasn't gotten over the hump yet, and he's dealing with something that they also come with that energy as well. That, hey, our quarterback may not get there. You know, Stephen A says it a lot. Our quarterback may not get us where we need to go, and I think they come with that mentality. Plus, what you were saying, Eric, about how some players like Micah have a whole bunch of different things outside of football that may be distractions. And I'm gonna throw it to you, EP. Like, is it for us to get over the hump? And I agree with you definitely on this, Reggie. Like, I think this year is going to be a wash, and I do think that we shouldn't pay Dak, but we're probably going to. Do you think, EP? Do you think we should pay Dak? Do you see us paying Dak maybe at some time during the year? What do you think is going to happen with Dak as far as the contracts?
No, pay the core. Let's get Micah paid. Let's get CD paid, and let's use that money to spread elsewhere. And really, we can probably, like you said, I feel like this is a crash out year, and they know it. I think they know it, and they know it. That's why they didn't go waste more money in picking up extra people. So I feel like they about to, when they said all in, they finna all in on it. These guys they got this year, and both Dak and McCartney on the clock. That's this year. I feel like.
Hey, that's a good way to look at it.
So,
do you feel they got to at least make the conference championship to get another deal?
We'll get a conference championship. Get to the conference championship, and we give him a deal. But even though still not a breaking market deal, like a regular deal, like let's maybe even what did Kirk get? He got like 180. I don't want him for that long.
180.
Kirk got 180.
This is the thing, though. This is the thing, Jamel.
It sounds like what Elijah's saying is that the Cowboys is all in on all the players that we already got. And if it don't work out this year, it sounds like he's saying they're gonna clear the board. That's all in he talking about.
At least with the quarterback.
Yeah.
Jamel, your thoughts on
go ahead, James.
on your thoughts on the same situation we talking about right here with Dak. I honestly believe Dak could be a better player on a different team. Do y'all remember a couple weeks ago we talked about the light on the Cowboys is so bright. It's so difficult for some players to be really who they could be. It reminds me of the Lakers. Some of those players go other places and they shine.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
I think Dak would be a much better fit with a different team because you keep switching the coaches. Actually, that wouldn't be a bad team.
So we should
I
be able to get
wouldn't,
some new trade compensation. Well, now it's over.
but I wouldn't bring Russell or Justin Fields to the Cowboys. You gotta have a player that's gonna be able to follow the coaches the way that the game is going now. Y'all backup quarterback
Would you
follow.
stop bringing up Cooper Rush, dude?
I'm telling he was he
Oh, you talking
did
about
what
Trey
he
Lance?
supposed
I thought you talking about Trey Lance.
I thought he
No,
was
no,
No,
talking
he's
about
no.
talking
Trey
about
Lance.
Cooper Rush.
I'm
Oh,
talking about the
Cooper
Cowboys.
Rush.
I'm talking about I'm trying to help y'all out, bro.
No,
You
you
asking for
want to help. You
insight.
want to
Rush
help us.
ain't it.
You want to help us out. You go. You get Dak. You want him another team. You come get Dak and give us Brock.
yeah.
Nah, Dak is y'all quarterback. Don't get rid of him now. Y'all ain't even winning
He
to
will be better on
3
another team though. His skin is not thick enough. We need a thick skin quarterback, like a real
Yeah.
thick skin. I don't know who that is.
Y'all
But like,
got one, man. Jamel ain't trying to hear me right now.
No,
But y'all right now, did he
we
win
like
more games than Dak did that year? Did he not?
dude.
All right, Jay. You ain't really looking at quarterbacks that's hungry.
Dude. He's a backup for a reason, dude.
I
he
don't
kind of
think. Look,
sabotages. He kind of
yeah,
sabotages.
yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to
We and,
sabotage us, man.
I'm
yeah,
trying to
we
help
didn't, we
y'all
didn't, we
out.
didn't,
Quarterback.
we didn't cut Cooper Rush, hired him back, cut him again, then hired him again.
Yep.
Yeah,
And ain't got a
yeah,
pain.
yeah.
Might as well.
Okay.
So
At this point, Cooper Rush,
Your options ain't looking
yeah, yeah.
now
too big, dog. Y'all didn't go get nobody in free agent on
No,
nothing
they
else
put
either.
so
we
they
stuck
put
with
Trey
that.
Lance ahead of Cooper Rush. They put
See.
Trey Lance ahead of Cooper Rush this year.
We'll see.
Yeah, he gonna be behind
We'll see. We'll see.
ahead
If
of
he don't
Cooper Rush. I mean,
if he don't jump him, that tells a lot about what's going on with Trey Lance.
mhm.
All right.
But
Y'all know about Trey Lance.
what'd you
He
say?
ain't nothing. You think Shanahan gonna draft him third and they ship him off to the Cowboys? Like you said, Mr. Irrelevant is starting. Trey Lance gone. We already know who Trey Lance is. Ain't no miracle. Ain't no damn miracle in Dallas.
I would like
Trey
to see
Lance,
him.
he's not the
Yeah,
same.
yeah.
You keep talking about Russell Wilson.
Hey, so
bring
we
Kirk Cousins. Bring Kirk Cousins to the Cowboys.
Hey, why you playing? I
I
wouldn't
mean,
mind. I wouldn't mind that. We'd have got the same result.
You what? Oh no, man. Yeah. Kirk
We got the
Cousins.
same result. We just said they're the same player.
We need Joe. Hey, look, I'd take Joe Burrow.
Hey, who else?
who
Everybody
wouldn't?
would.
Joe Burrow.
Who
we ain't
wouldn't?
getting, we ain't getting no
Joe
Joe
Burrow.
Burrow.
Who wouldn't? I don't see y'all
I'd take Joe
getting a
Burrow.
name. I don't see y'all getting a big name quarterback, man. Y'all need
Not
y'all.
no.
Yeah, y'all could. I don't know if y'all could have drafted one or did a trade or something for a young developing quarterback. That's what y'all should have had Dak do is develop a young quarterback and
He trying to
bring him
develop.
along.
Well,
He trying to develop himself.
You ain't got time to
I
That
do
was
didn't
that.
just
say it.
finna
I didn't
say.
say it.
I'll
I
say it
cut it
for
off
you,
right
but
He been that's all he been doing.
there.
Next year I'm working on something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
man.
left it out.
man,
You
Yeah,
ain't
it's gonna be a crash out year, man. That I do know. We
every
didn't
year
even
though.
we didn't even address, we didn't even address the areas really in our defense. We got the linebacker from the Vikings, Kendricks.
Kendrick.
That was, say it again.
That's
Eric
a
Kendricks.
Yeah. But we didn't address the running back. We didn't we didn't address a couple other holes yet. And so what did the Cowboys had an opportunity to at least get a well-known running back, 3-down back running back, and we didn't do it. We had Saquon out there. Saquon signed with the rival Eagles. Derrick Henry said the Cowboys didn't even call him. We was talking about earlier, we were saying that we got to pay Micah, we got to pay CD. But to me, you have all these other teams, they seem to find money, like the Eagles. They find money to pay Saquon. You know what I mean? What is going on? Like we can't move any money around. Like, why didn't we even
those
at least
Eagles
make a
get
call?
investigated.
They getting investigated for their financials, right?
Yeah,
I think they actually lost a draft pick. But what is like? Why didn't we even make the call? Is it just financials? Or the Cowboys just a team that does not like to pay free agents?
That's a good question, man.
I think they just didn't want an older running back anymore. I think that since that Zeke, and I don't think they tried to do this because I'm pretty sure I would think they went after somebody, but I feel like they're looking for a younger running back. So I'm guessing we're gonna go into the draft with it again.
Go with the draft.
But both of those running backs got 2 to 3 years left. I think Derrick Henry and Saquon both can give you 2 more years.
About 2 years.
Y'all trying to put together a dynasty team right now before y'all make it a wash. Those are the two that y'all should have went for.
I'm good on Saquon. I think Saquon that's gonna backfire on the Eagles. I think.
Well, I don't know, man.
Derrick Henry,
run, man. Yeah.
He can run. But for how long?
I'm with EP on that. Saquon, I ain't like they hurt, man.
Eagles like name brands, and I understand. Like at least they did something. I like what they did, but
look at the line. Look at
I think
look at Dallas line and look at Philly's line that Saquon would have had to run behind.
Yeah,
he got a line now. He got a line now.
Henry would have made
I get what you're saying, Reggie, but he got a line now. He got a little bit more protection.
Henry would have been like, so I'm with you on that too, EJ. Henry would have.
He would have made us more like the 90s with Emmitt Smith. You know, you got to stop the run, and then when you stop the run, man, we got CD. That's what I was hoping. I said, man,
it would have made it way easier for that.
That's the closest we'll ever get to Emmitt Smith in Irvin as far as running the ball and having the passing game. That was the closest we would have ever got.
There was a report that Henry lives here in the offseason. He lives in
He does.
Out here.
That's why I thought we was gonna get him.
It's like, what? How do you not make that call? Crash out, dog. Crash out, I'm not even
all in. But say we all in. You know, if we got Derrick Henry, I would have said, okay, Jerry Jones going all in. He going all in this year.
I don't know what Jerry was talking about with the all-in. Maybe he was. We were saying earlier. Maybe he's saying, "Yo, this is the last year with McCarthy and Dak." So we'll see, man.
We'll see. Early hopefully, to start tanking, man. It's too. Y'all ain't even got started. Y'all tanking already, bro.
Hey, bro, it ain't. We understand what it is. We ain't getting our hopes high for these dudes, man. And then
this is what I be talking about right here. This is what I be talking about right here, Jay. Y'all, if y'all true fans, and we talking about all in, y'all got to go in. Every since I've been here, bro. Every year, Cowboys say this our year. This our year. Every year I've been hearing that. I've been living in Texas now 10 years, 11, and this our year. A couple of times I almost drunk the Kool-Aid, like they might do something. And I'm trying not to be like Stephen A. Stephen A. be on them. You know, I go to a few games and try to ride for him, but bruh, I don't understand y'all thought behind what could happen.
This our year,
you know.
Man,
this ain't y'all year though. This ain't y'all year. Y'all better not say it this year.
I believe that hey Reggie, what year did Dez Bryant catch that ball and they took it from us? 2016 or 17?
14.
14. That was our year. I believe that was our year right there, man. If they wouldn't have if that call would have made it, the momentum couldn't nobody stop it, man.
Or Dak and Zeke first year.
Because they were Aaron Rodgers, right? They were Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
I don't think it was a team who won the Super Bowl that year.
Green Bay
won the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah.
Who?
No,
Green
Bay. Green Bay didn't win that year. No.
The year that Dez caught it.
No, Green Bay didn't win that year.
They got blew out the next game. Yeah.
Green Bay didn't win that year. Green Bay only won once, and that was in 2010.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is such a great quarterback. He only won one championship. It was in 2010, the championship that was here in Dallas.
Yeah. I truly believe that was our year, man. They robbed us on that one. You know, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
we had
No,
so much momentum. You know, with that, and then you had Dez Bryant, and he was the vocal on the team. He was the one that was firing everybody up, talking noise, calling out Jason Garrett. I mean, he was the dude, you know, that motivated the team. He was that little engine that could, you know.
Seahawks. Seahawks won
Yeah.
that year.
Yeah, see ya.
And
Yeah.
matter of fact, we beat the Seahawks.
We might have beat them in the regular season. Yeah.
Yeah, we beat them in regular season.
What I'm hearing, it
So-
sound like the Cowboys is in their own way, man. Basically,
As always.
because you guys
No,
could
what-
really
what
be
you-
a good team. Somebody said earlier, Jerry got his hands into too many things, whether it be the coaches, the players, whatever it be. You guys really are a talented team as a sports person. You got the defense locked, but it's just somewhere miscommunication between the quarterback and the admin, if you would. Y'all
No,
leadership.
no. What it is the difference between our team and your team is that your admin is cheating with the financials.
Y'all and the Eagles, man. Y'all and the Eagles are cheaters.
Well, y'all better start cheating then. y'all better start doing something.
Oh, man.
So who else would the far as like big signings on the free agent? Any other names out there that you
Nobody
guys
left.
recall?
Oh shoot. Man.
Kansas City signed back Chris Jones. That was a good signing, but I think they
Yeah.
messed up by letting Snead go. I think that's going to be down. I think that's going to be the Kansas City down.
Wonder why they did that.
They couldn't sign
They
him.
didn't-
They didn't want to sign him. They didn't want to give him the money.
Yeah, they didn't want to give him money. They want the franchise. And he was talking. He was talking north, making noise behind the scene, and they don't like all that noise. That's just like when Hill was making all that noise. They got him to Miami. They don't like all that static behind the scene in Kansas City. So then they traded him to the Titans, and Titans said they're paying. But I think that's going to be one. That was one. He was a big factor in.
He was an X factor with them winning last year. Yeah,
he was a big factor.
Yeah.
What y'all think about Odell? Who gonna sign Odell?
I
Probably
don't think
Miami.
he's gonna get signed. I don't think he's gonna get signed.
Somebody gonna sign. You better take the veteran minimum.
I hope the Cowboys don't sign him.
That's who we gonna sign.
You said the Cowboy.
I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet because Jamel be Jamel will be on me. I'm gonna be quiet because I sure was thinking he go to the Cowboys.
I'm telling you.
Y'all are signing. Y'all like Oakland. He go to Oakland, or he already been to Oakland.
Did we get Cook? Did we get Cooks back?
Yeah, he got 1 more year on his deal.
All right, cool. But I say if Cooks, but yeah, I'll take Cooks over Odell.
Cooks got 1 more. He got 1 more year.
I'll take Odell for the. Oh, we did get rid of Gallup finally, so I will take.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we did make a move.
Cowboys gonna sign Odell. He'll be good for the locker room.
Yeah,
He'll
they
be
go
good
grab
in
him.
the locker room, everybody.
That's about it.
He probably did better than Gallup.
And he'll have a name. You know, it'll be another story. And that's probably what Jerry going for, man. It's the story.
But you killing it.
Don't get Odell, man.
Don't do that.
He wanted too much money last year, but now he right
But
where
you
he
killing
wanted.
You be killing your locker room. You be killing your locker room, just like when y'all bought in Owens. Remember when y'all bought in Owens?
Oh man, I don't think it was Owens, man. I think they were media, man.
I think he did.
I think the person that y'all bring in y'all locker room and y'all got a franchise player with CD, and you bring somebody in that's supposed to be another highlight that could potentially take the light off of him, that's gonna be a problem.
That can be a mentor. You see how like when Antonio Brown came in, with Tampa Bay, that can kind of help out the young receivers.
Man, it's
a bad example with his name.
But I get what you're saying, EP. Huh?
Hey, I was in the barbershop earlier today, right? And what I said, because we were talking about how we don't have a fire, we don't have that person on our team. Man, Detroit Lions, man, they hired EP, the hip hop preacher, man, to come in and motivate the team. Like, so during the games, he used to be on the sideline with the team, firing the guys up. I've said, man, we need to hire somebody if we can't we need to hire somebody to come in and do it, man.
Yeah, that won't do nothing for him. They ain't got it in on that ain't doing nothing for him. I don't want nobody screaming at me. And I don't want nobody screaming at me on the sideline who ain't got nothing to do. Who ain't been here with me this whole time. So unless he come to practice every day,
Oh man,
he want to scream.
yeah,
So be it. I don't need you screaming at me. You don't know what's going on. You just scream.
Hey, we need something. We need something, man. I ain't lying to you, man.
that sounds like a lot of chaos, man.
He might say he might
Look, think about this. Because man, listen, it's a difference, right? So like, if you pay attention to the huddle right before and you see and you hear him trying to motivate, man, it don't sound motivating, man. They throw a couple cuss words in there or something like that, but it ain't like when you have like Ray Lewis. Like you watch, if you see a what's name with like Ray Lewis, man, and he hyping up the team, man. I'm watching TV and I get ready to go play. I want to play some football just by hearing him. On our team, man, they watch it be like, yeah, here we go, man. Okay.
Hey man,
maybe
that's professional, man. You need somebody to hype you up. You in the wrong profession, man. You just professional.
They shouldn't even need it. It ain't
yeah, man.
We need
Put in
it,
some
man,
Lil
on the
Wayne and
sideline,
get in
man.
some
We
Lil
need
Wayne
it,
and get
man.
busy, man.
We need it, man. We need something.
Nah, man. You
Yeah, we
want
need
them dudes to go to church on on 1 o'clock. You want them to go to church on you want them to go to church at 1 o'clock.
Look. See,
Jamel,
See,
Jamel disgruntled today, y'all. Y'all just win some games, then. Figure it out.
So
Win some games.
I would be one of the guys. I would be one of the guys on the sideline that talking crazy.
Yeah, so you need to go to church. That's what you said.
Look. Me and Dak been got with him. Like, especially he just threw 1 or 2 picks. Me and him gonna have a problem. Look, yeah.
Dang,
look,
man.
I been went off. I be like, what's the name? I been took my shirt off and twirling around while I'm running out the field. We gonna have a problem. We done worked all year. Look, we done worked all year to get here. And you gonna throw 2 picks? Look, I would be out in the screen.
Eric done blamed it on the chaplain. Eric done blamed it on the chaplain.
I'm blaming on everybody. Hey, look, I'm blaming on the water boy. He wasn't there on time. The equipment manager. I'm blaming everybody gonna get it.
All right, Giannis.
Them Cowboys, man. That's why they be on them, Jamil. How about them Cowboys? Y'all be the talk all year, whether y'all win or lose. Y'all own it, man.
All we gotta do now is dress the chaplain.
Hey, look, we'll put him on the front line if we have to. Get out there. Hey, look, bless the ball before we say hi. Go out there and bless the ball.
We're gonna need some prayer. That's for sure. This year.
We need some help,
man.
Look, man, go out there and touch the ball.
Hey, well,
wow.
Hey, man, this was good, man.
We're gonna call it Prayer-gate. We're gonna call it Prayer-gate. Forget the plate game. We're gonna call it Prayer-gate. And he out there praying over the ball. All of them again.
We're gonna need to be praying because I don't know what we're doing this year, but yeah, man. Hey, man, this is a good episode, man. I want to thank everybody for joining the channel, man. We can be all day talking football, talking basketball, man. We're gonna have to cut it short, man. Unless anybody have anything? Anybody have anything before we head out?
Important words. That's it, man. Had a good time, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch this game.
We all in.
You all in?
Reggie said we all in.
Yeah, we all in.
That'll be a title for the episode.
Yeah, we all in. Just
we
a
all
different
in.
way.
We all we got.
Even
the different kind of all in.
We all we got.
So definitely continue to subscribe to the channel, continue to share the channel, continue to like our videos. We're gonna continue to be back on next week. We're gonna be live on Tuesday. Like again, we're gonna be talking about some more basketball during the basketball season, and definitely some more football. And so, yeah, man. Again, just thank you guys, and we'll be back. Peace.